Hi, Judge. I attempted to start my turn, but my opponent decided it was his turn as well and won't answer me. I'm willing to bet this is some kind of alt account. Like, no one would act like that if they weren't. It is. It's not your turn, and you clearly are trolling. I will freeze your account for trolling. How can you tell if it's an alt? So I have special powers. I can see into the future. Oh, fun. Oh, epic. He's trying to cheat. Bro, he used one card. It's my turn. Oh, this is another one of those. It's the same. This is his alt account. Wait, this is the same guy. Sky Striker, cringe. They play Fallen the Virtuous in this deck. I hate how generic Fallen the Virtuous is. I wish you could only activate Fallen the Virtuous if you had like a fusion monster in your grave or some bullshit. I know how the card works. I just want to ask a question. I told him to advance game state, by the way, but he prefers to wait. What is the issue here? It was about Fire Dance. The effect is chained on activation and it doesn't require to equip it to any monster. Which if it was okay to go on if there was going to be a judge dropping in. I'm sorry. Can you just directly ask the question? If Fire Dance targeted, especially when a Makanko monster from your hand or grave, and if you do equip it with this card, it does not target. It does not target. No. Equips target, yes. They target when you are equipping it to a monster on the board. I thought the effect is not chained on activation and that it needs to be equipped somewhere since it's an equip spell. What do you mean? What do you mean? The effect is not chained on activation. Like, what does that mean? I have no idea what you're trying to ask me. For example, Makanko equip spells can be activated, but their effects aren't chained on the activation of the card. Again, no clue what that's supposed to mean. What do you mean their effects aren't chained on the activation? I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Like, once again, an example of Yu-Gi-Oh players not knowing how to explain Yu-Gi-Oh terms. So you're saying Arabesque's effect is an ignition effect, and you were asking if Fire Dance's effect was also an ignition effect? See, this is how you ask questions. You don't go, it's chained on the active. What does that mean? To that, I answer, no, Fire Dance is not an ignition effect. It is not an ignition effect. That is what he's asking me. I said I already realized how the card works. I just wanted to know if that's correct. Yeah, but you're using like the wrong terminology here. Proceed. Have a nice day. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh players really got to learn game terms so that they can clearly explain what the fuck is happening in their game state. We got a glitch call. Hi. What's the glitch? The glitch is he summoned Dark Law and now all my cards get banished. What the fuck? How is this happening? My opponent seems to have disconnected at some point, but to me it seemed like they were just not answering, so I asked for a response. And after a reasonable amount of time, I continued play. Oh, so I assume it was like a lag issue. Pulling the logs. Oh yeah, okay. So red did DC. So blue went, declared effective Crusea, said K response question mark, summoned the Crusea, and then declared the effect, and then resolved it. And then he goes standby main, and then his opponent DC'd and rejoined instantly. I can't verify at what point they lagged out though. After the out of vision, I disconnected. My opponent kept playing and now refused to come back. He also asked for a response, but obviously I couldn't respond. Lagging is not something that I can rewind for, as I have no way to verify at which point you lagged out. In this situation, the game will have to continue from here. No, the game's gonna have to continue from here. No choice. Not much we can do about that. It's not my fault if I disconnected. I had Dark Law to trigger after add. Unfortunately, that's how it has to be. I cannot verify at which point you lagged out. So the game continues from here. That's just how it's gonna have to be, bro. The disconnect while the game keeps going seems to be a problem with Firefox. What happened to me on that browser never happens on Chrome. Are you using Firefox, perchance? Let's see. I keep on crashing on Firefox as well. I use Opera, and I find that I crash a decent bit, too. The thing is that I just don't want to use Chrome. I want to appeal. If you look at my hand, it's clear I would trigger Dark Law. As a gray judge, I cannot be appealed. My rulings are final. Yeah, sorry, buddy. There's no perfect browser, really. They all kind of suck. Real. I know this is a common issue with Firefox. In either case, proceed from here. Have a nice day. Have a nice day, duelists. Internet Explorer. Yo, that one's probably the best one. It's probably the best one, dude. Yeah, he's still typing. That's why I haven't left. I know he's just going to complain more, and I'm going to go, sorry, bud. Nothing I can do about it. Like, that's the #1 problem with the website is that it lags out, and there's nothing I can fucking do about it, okay? It is what it is. Why you can't see from which point I disconnected if my opponent asked for a response and I couldn't answer. I'm not arguing. I gave my ruling. Proceed. Stop arguing. Look at my hand, please. I'm not looking at your hand. I'm not looking at your hand. Continue with your turn. Go, play. Blue, play. Play blue. Go ahead. Keep playing, dude. Kind of messed up that the correct play for opponent DCs is to play as fast as you can. Bro, he had no way of knowing his opponent DC'd. He asked for a response, waited for like 30 seconds. His opponent did nothing. He keeps playing. Like, what do you mean? No response. You can resolve. Thank you. Like, this guy's just going to keep arguing with himself. I'm just going to go, okay, opponent, keep playing. Go ahead. Resolve. Thank you. No response. Go ahead. Anything on res? Anything on res, duelist? Like, am I going to have to hold your hand like this? So nothing on res. He leaves. There you go. All you have to do is fucking play the game, big dog. Just play the game, man. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna... What is going on? Oh, one guy came back. What the fuck happened here? What the heck is going on, dude? I don't know. He just paused the game because I asked to clarify phases of turn. And then you both DC'd. You both just like disconnected. I'll cancel this match. Likely a glitch. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this match. Seems to be a very large glitch here. It's not a glitch. I mean, if you're... Whenever the timer is that big, it's usually because of a glitch. I'll cancel. I'm gonna cancel here. I'm gonna cancel. There you go. Have a nice day. Whenever the fucking timer is 300 like this, crazy shit, man. What the fuck was that? Okay. Whoa, Mausoleum. Set Mausoleum over Gear Town. Afterwards, I flip Mausoleum. 5 seconds later, I summon Lad and pay 2k, at which point he tells me compulse on the ancient gear. I'd claim I waited long enough. 5 seconds is long enough. You're right. Let's have a look. Let's check these loggers. Set field spell over Gear Town. Declared Gear Town. Special summoned the Gadgeltron Dragon. Red signaled okay. Blue declared effective Swap Frog, returning the Swap Frog to hand. Then flipped up the Mausoleum and then waited 5 seconds. No. 5 seconds is not enough. You activated Mausoleum and then 5 seconds later summoned. You gave no response time to chain to Mausoleum, nor did you give response time to use something on res. Now I'm gonna say the classic. You could have easily avoided this if you just said anything res. Communication goes a long way. Next time, pass priority properly. Here, I will allow the compulse. Once again, an issue that could have been completely avoided had the players just fucking communicated. It's a 2-player game. Communicate. I don't understand how so many people try to play the game without talking to their opponent. I think I clicked the thumbs up button. Does that show on the log? You did not. It would appear in the log. But also, thumbs up does not mean any response. Use the chat. It's there for that. That's what it's there for. That is literally what that's there for. Have a nice day. Why communicate when I can play solitaire? Yeah, you know, right? I know, right? Hi, Judge. I attempted to start my turn, but my opponent decided it was his turn as well and won't answer me. I assume that what this is that Blue is a beginner. Okay, he's here. Why are you playing on your opponent's turn? Why are you playing on your opponent's turn? This is a beginner. He's 99-0, which means he's not familiar with the platform. Okay, you be quiet. Please be quiet. I'm talking to your opponent. Okay. You see minor warning for that. Don't be rude. Why are you playing during your opponent's turn? You cannot normal lone fire on your opponent's turn. Now we have a problem. Let me guess. This is an alt account. I'm willing to bet this is some kind of alt account. Like, no one would act like that if they weren't. It is. They are in fact an alt account. Let's see if they're banned on any other accounts. No, not banned currently. Weird. They're not banned or whatever. Okay, then I'll make it very simple. It's not your turn, and you clearly are trolling. I will freeze your account for trolling. Potential beginner, but the attitude made it look like trolling to me. And freezy pop. Boom, 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 boom. Have a nice day. Awesome. How can you tell if it's an alt? So I have special powers. I can see into the future. Oh, fun. Oh, epic. He's trying to cheat. Bro, he used one card. It's my turn. Oh, this is another one of those. It's the same. This is his alt account. Wait, this is the same guy. It's the same guy. Wait, it's the same guy. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did this happen? Okay, freeze these nuts. I will. Dude, how does that even happen? This dude is just on multiple accounts fucking around. What the fuck? That's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna ping the heads so that they can look into this. What the fuck was that? Okay, so I just froze the account. This for trolling playing on opponent's turn intentionally. Then had a call for the account. This is so funny. This account, and it was the same guy. Seems they're doing this on multiple accounts at once. What the fuck? It wasn't even like a minute later. It was the legitimate next call. It was like straight up the next call. That was crazy. That was so funny. He's on 2 accounts at once, trolling, like just simultaneously.